makes you cool.
The following program contains disturbing material that may be inappropriate for younger viewers. Parental discretion is advised.
Tonight, on America's Most Mysterious, a series of murders near the northern Louisiana state line raises an unusual theory. Locals believe the victims were killed by a supernatural creature that roams the area.
He lurks in the forest, and he only emerges when he's summoned. And the way to do that is that you have to travel a very specific route.
If you look at the United States map and highlight Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Arkansas, and Louisiana, it outlines a unique shape that some say resembles a human figure or an elf.
Minnesota is the hat, the bulge right here on Iowa, that's the nose. Missouri is the belly, and Louisiana is the foot.
If you combine the state names into an acronym, it spells MIMAL.
MIMAL the elf is a geographical icon, and in school, my teacher taught me this as kind of like a cute way to learn to remember all the names of the states. But what they don't teach you is that if you travel through the states in a direct path, MIMAL will appear and take your life.
It's an interesting story. It's, scary, and it makes the ladies laugh.
Sightings of MIMAL date back to 1789, when a coach full of supplies traveling down the west side of the Mississippi River disappeared.
Why else would these railroad workers be found mutilated just after laying down the tracks in the same direction? I mean, early surveyors noticed that people who were taking this north to south route they weren't surviving. They mapped out different routes along just to see how far you had to stray from this path in order to live. And by 1858, the shape of MIMAL was established.
A lot of people think that the states are divided by rivers and arbitrary boundaries, but it's not a coincidence.
On March 3rd, 1993, Robert Jones captured this image on videotape. Is this a hoax? Or could it be the only known existing footage of MIMAL?
I'm telling you, no lies, that's exactly what I saw, was an elf.
The alleged sighting coincides with the murder of David Brown and Linda Thomas. Investigations conclude that they were dragged from the vehicle and stabbed to death at approximately 3:15 p.m., minutes before Robert says he recorded his tape. The miles on the odometer and the receipts found in the glove compartment suggest that they drove through all the MIMAL states. Could it be a coincidence, or were they the victims of a magical serial killer?
Well, who's going to drive this path to disprove it anyway? I mean, I would like to know that.
The way that my grandfather told it to me, no one's ever done it. No one's ever made this trek before.
We're going to be the first people. This is legendary.
On December 1st, 1998, newlyweds Richard and Patricia Miller departed Minnesota, heading southbound on the infamous path.
It started out as a great journey, a great piece of Americana, the road trip. I mean, is there anything better?
Niagara Falls. We could have gone to Niagara Falls. That's romantic.
I thought it'd be a fantastic gift for her on our honeymoon, something that we could share, a story that we could have, a journey that we could go on for the rest of our lives.
I thought we were going to go to Hawaii. We talked about going to Hawaii.
Well, first off, I felt like those places were a little bit cliche.
I've been to Hawaii.
You've been to Hawaii?
Yes.
Congratulations.
It's terrible. There's hypodermic needles wash up,
Really?
I've seen it. I'll forward you. I Googled it one time. I will forward you the article.
You're basing this off of a Google search? What was your search?
I searched hypodermic needles in Hawaii.
As we're moving along through the states, I really got more and more excited, and I thought that she would grasp onto something. And
this is our honeymoon. This is not like a bored Thursday night and the destination is Louisiana and that's it.
The destination was Louisiana, but little did they know it would be her final destination.
I would like to assume that you still have something up your sleeve.
Can you believe it? We made it! We did it! I gotta pee.
As Patricia waited for his return, she contemplated if this would be the end of their relationship. But it just so happened to be the end of so much more.
I think maybe she's pulling my leg, she's trying to get back at me for whatever, and I turn and he's there. And he made eye contact, and it was...
It was murder. That's the only thing certain.
You know, he'd just taken from me the one thing, besides my grandfather, the one thing that I really cared about, the one thing in the world that I wanted to share this journey with.
As investigations continue, Richard insists she had come face to face with the fluffy nightmare with bells. When we come back, cryptozoologists analyze the MIMAL tape, and another sighting leaves police baffled when America's most mysterious continues.
Introducing Color
Crispy corn!
Free right to the address. Night on International.
Additionally, for just 14, shake the pen. This is from PA to clear.
Workout. Check your paint the right way. Visit all seasons.
Because nobody wants them.